You know, when you think of silver, what comes to mind? Probably jewelry, right? Or maybe some old coins. But what if I told you that the future of, well, pretty much everything, AI, green energy, even national security, all of it hinges on this one metal? Yeah, the story of silver has gotten really interesting, and we're going to dive right in. Okay, let's just start with a number. $100 an ounce. Last year, the price of silver didn't just go up, it exploded past that mark. We're not talking about a small bump here. This was a massive shock to the system, something that caught even the pros totally by surprise. And that leaves us with one huge question. Why? What on earth happened? And hey, don't just take my word for it. Octavio Alvidrez, he's the chair of the Silver Institute, he called it an extraordinary year. Now, when the guy in charge of the world's leading authority on silver says something like that, you gotta pay attention. Something big has changed. So let's dig in and figure out what's really driving this.
So, to get to the bottom of this price surge, we've got to follow the silver. And what you find is, we're using it in way more things and in way bigger amounts than we ever have. It's kind of snuck up on us, but silver has become one of the most critical, can't live without it materials of our time.
So where is all this silver actually going? Well, it's pretty much powering our entire future. Think about it. Solar panels? They need silver for its amazing conductivity. Electric cars? They're packed with electronics that need silver. And the microchips inside? Well, literally everything, from your phone to your laptop. It's absolutely crucial for AI data centers, for rolling out 5G, and even for things like cutting-edge medicine and purifying water. It's like the secret ingredient running in the background of our whole high-tech world.
And this really gets at a huge change in how we should think about silver. It's not just a pretty metal for jewelry or something you stick in a safe anymore. No, it's a critical, high-performance industrial material. You see, the very thing that makes it precious, the fact that it's the absolute best conductor of electricity and heat on the planet, that is exactly why our modern world is so ravenous for it.
Okay, so we've got this insane, skyrocketing demand. The obvious next question is, right, where are we getting it all? Who's actually digging this stuff up? Let's flip the coin and look at the supply side of things for a minute.
A massive chunk of the world's silver starts right here, with companies like Fresnillo. They are the biggest primary silver producer on the planet. That means their whole job is to run these giant mines, a lot of them in Mexico, and pull the raw ore, the rock that contains the silver, straight out of the ground.
But, that rock they pull out isn't pure silver. That's where the next player comes in, a company called Industrias Peñoles. They're the ones who take that raw stuff from the miners and put it through this really complex process to refine it into that 99.9% pure silver that all those high-tech industries are screaming for. These two companies, they're basically the two key steps in the whole chain, from deep in the mine to ready for the market.
Okay, so we're talking about a pretty complex global picture here. And you might be thinking, all right, where are you getting all this from? It's a fair question. So let's take a quick second to pull back the curtain and show you where the data for this explainer comes from.
Every bit of this information comes straight from the World Silver Survey. Now, this report is put out by the Silver Institute. They're basically the final word on all things silver globally. And all the number crunching and research, that's done by Metals Focus, who are one of the top independent experts in the field. So when it comes to silver data, this is pretty much the gold standard. Pardon the pun.
And this isn't some new thing they just threw together. This is the 36th year they've published it. And they don't just guess. They build it from actual interviews with the people on the ground, the miners, the refiners, the people building the solar panels. The key takeaway here is that this info is coming straight from the source, from the front lines of the silver industry. All right, so we've got booming demand on one side, a complex supply chain on the other. But why should you care about any of this beyond a number on a chart? Well, this is where the story gets really, really interesting. Because silver's role in the world, it's just changed completely.
To get what's happening next, we need to understand one very important term, critical mineral. This doesn't just mean important. It means a mineral is considered absolutely essential, vital for a country's economy and its national security. It's something a country just can't function without.
And here it is. This is the big one. The United States has recently officially designated silver as a critical mineral. That one move completely changes the game. It takes silver from just being another commodity you trade and turns it into a strategic national asset. It's the government saying point blank that our future economy and our security depend on having a steady supply of this metal.
So let's wrap this all up. You have a metal that is absolutely essential for the green energy revolution. It's essential for our completely connected digital world. And now it's officially a matter of national security. So you've got a limited supply on one hand and what seems like an endless demand on the other. The real question isn't just how high can the price go, it's what happens if we ever start to run out.